Thank you. Good morning. How are you? Life is not possible as is without you.
Mobile.
Yes.
Is that Jackson Mobile?
Yes. Jackson Mobile.
Is that Jackson Mobile?
Yes.
Calling Jackson Mobile.
Hello?
Robert Jackson, it's Glendora.
Hi, my daughter.
Hi, Robert.
How are you?
Oh, good, thanks. Could you read to us from the church bulletin?
Yeah, I have it right with me, right in front of me. Okay. You ready?
I am.
Okay, this is the synopsis of the Roman Catholic Sunday Mass of February 25th, 2018, the second Sunday of Lent. Today's readings remind us that Abraham, St. Paul, the three disciples on the mountain all face critical challenges and respond with faith, with a call to follow their example. In today's first reading, Genesis 22:1-18, the story of Abraham and his willingness to sacrifice his only son Isaac is, on the surface, perplexing and even troubling. What kind of God blesses a childless couple with a long-awaited son, only to ask his father to slaughter him in a short time? The test itself suggests one solution. God tests Abraham to make sure he's worthy of the promise. So today, Christians call Abraham our father in faith. St. Paul's letter to the Romans is sometimes called his gospel. It is the longest of his letters and gives the fullest outline of his interpretation of the Christ event. In today's reading, Romans 8:31-34, St. Paul contrasts life lived in the Spirit to life lived solely for oneself. Known and loved by God, we have nothing to fear. If God is for us, who can be against us? After all, God, like Abraham, handed over his beloved Son for us. What further guarantee of God's fidelity do we need? The Transfiguration in St. Mark's Gospel 9-10 occurs 6 days after Jesus' first prediction of his passion and death. The disciples have been thinking about the hidden suffering to come for nearly a week. Now they will get a hint of the glory that will follow. Moses and Elijah witnessed to Jesus, while the cloud evokes the cloud over the ancient meeting tent, the symbol of God's presence. The moment is fleeting, and they have to come back down off the mountain, but they and we have been assured that it will indeed come right in the end. Again, that was an outline of the Roman Catholic Sunday Mass of February 25th, 2018, the second Sunday of Lent, and that was provided by the Church of St. John the Baptist in Youngersville.
Oh, Robert, thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And Robert, I say, if we are with helping others, who can be against us?
That's right, absolutely.
I think so. And I know that's the way you live, Robert Jackson, and I know that your mother taught you that.
Yes, she did. I appreciate you mentioning that. Thank you.
Yes, yeah, I know that, honey. I can tell that. I never knew your mother, but I can tell she was a good mother.
Oh, absolutely. And it is a shame that you two haven't met.
Yeah, and I can just tell that by looking at you, that you had a good mother.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
What's going on in your life today, Robert?
Well, just usual errands.
Oh, errands, This is a day off, is it?
Yes, I'm off on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
Work, so
Well, Robert,
get things caught up.
yeah, yes, I know that feeling. Robert, your company, your former company, Cablevision,
Right?
now LT's,
That's right. Yes, that's correct.
they have sent us all of the instructions to our email, how to send a program to them by computer.
Well, that's good. Well, I see they're starting, I'm glad to see they're starting to get that on the road.
Yes.
Long time in coming, yeah.
Yes, very long. And Robert, you will be very happy to please that they're using TelView.
Oh, that's good. That's a good system.
Yeah, tell the people at home why you like TelView so much.
Very easy to use. This is for file transfer protocol. It's a file transfer protocol client, transferring visual files, visual video from one place to the other. It's very particularly useful for public access programming. Very easy to use. Shows clearly every step of the process. Shows the actual, it gives a graphic of the transfer taking place. You know when it's completed. You can check the file after it's been sent to the receiving service. Check the quality of it, and it's very easy. If you're not satisfied, you can check the file again and replace your wish if necessary. So it's very convenient, very easy to use, and the results are excellent. I've never had a transfer failure with that program, and of all of them, that's probably one of the easiest to use. So I'm very happy that Cable and Aldous has chosen to use TelView Connect for their MTV client.
Robert, list to the audience the other servers that you use.
Okay, let's see. Of course, Comcast has their own, which is also easy to use. And I haven't had any problems with their Comcast system. Let me see. Network has their own, which is also convenient. Let me see. In the past, Hat Network used to use CyberDuck. That also was very easy to use. I'm trying to think. All the other facilities have their own in-house. They don't use a system that's available online. They have their own.
Does anybody use Google Drive?
Oh yes, I'm glad you reminded me. San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yeah, that's very convenient also.
Does
You have the ability to check the file after it's been sent, play it back with their servers. Now, it possibly takes the entire process to send the file and then do what they call transcode on their side. Takes approximately 20 minutes, and about 20 minutes after you send the file, you can check it, and again, see if you're satisfied with it. Yeah, that's right. Google Drive, that's excellent.
Does anybody use CyberDuck?
As I mentioned, the Hat Network used to. They used to use CyberDuck, but then they set up their own in-house transfer system. But CyberDuck was also excellent.
And did you mention Dropbox?
No, we use Dropbox. Yeah, Dropbox is used for, let's see, Rye TV, DATV, and what is that, Long Island? Let's see, Dropbox is also used by LMC, Marshall Brandon Cable. That's very convenient to use. I've never had any problems with Dropbox either.
Well, it's happening now. Gregory, he sends them 4 programs all at once. He sends them 1, 2, 3, 4, and that does them for a two months, because I ask him to repeat the programs the next month.
Right. Well, all the ones I mentioned, you can also, if you want to send more than one, you can. Have the computer
I guess it's the thing of it's finally happening, you know. They've been telling me this for 5 years. Oh, this is it. This is, yeah. And it's been so long coming. And, but last night, Gregory sent Chicago 4 programs for the month of March to be repeated in April.
Right.
Gregory, what does Chicago use? What does CAN TV use?
Let's see here.
Hi, Gregory. How are you?
Oh, hi. How you doing?
Robert, this is my friend Gregory Washburn. This is Robert Jackson.
Hi. Hey, hello. Good morning.
What does Chicago use for a server?
Oh, Chicago. They have a there's a folder. We got emailed a folder from the I guess the coordinator in Chicago. They sent
Leslie Johnson.
They sent she sent an email to Glendora, and it says there's a little icon to click on, and it's just to click on that, and then opens up a little window of where I'm supposed to just drag and drop the shows to, and I did that last night, and it seems to work very well.
And you know what server they use?
Server offhand right now, no, I couldn't tell you right now, because I just started last night.
Okay.
But yeah, the Newark, they use the Telview in Newark. I know that, but the
Yeah,
ones
I
that
don't
I did for Chicago, so I attached the shows to it, and they did load up, and they showed up in the screen, and they have Chicago at CAN TV. They have their own section, a folder for shows, and once they go there, then it goes right to them, and then they can cable cast them as they see fit. They could do that.
Yeah. Well, Robert, we covered that subject very well this morning, didn't we?
Yeah, we sure have. Yeah, the Dropbox that uses that uses the folder method also.
Yeah.
The folder is set up, or either set by me or by the client, by the receiver. Shared folder. I drop it in and send an email, let them know it's there, and they can access the folder on their end. Yeah. So they really, it's really very simple.
Well, it's wonderful that you do it.
Makes this into a very good, all work very well, and very easy to use. Sure.
I'm so glad you do it. And Robert, we have to add to that Buffalo uses FileZilla.
Oh, right, FileZilla. Yeah, that's another excellent program.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, sometime today, Robert, would you be able to send those new programs to Bronx and send him all 4 of them?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll see what I can do, sure.
Yeah, send him all 4 of them, honey.
All right.
Don't send him your personal copy that I gave of you, another program.
Right. You mentioned that.
Yeah, just send the 2830s.
Right.
Okay. All right. Robert, did I tell you what one snowman said to another?
I don't think so.
Here, hold this up, honey,
Okay.
to the camera.
All right. So.
One snowman said to the other, "I haven't seen our friend Herb around lately, have you?" And the other snowman says, "No, not since he left for Florida." When do I talk to you again? Over the weekend, Robert?
Yeah, I should be available. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for being such a good friend.
Well, you're very welcome, Glendora.
All right, dear.
You're welcome, sure.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let's see. God be with you, dear.
Okay, thank you, Glendora, so much.
Yes.
Here.
Bye-bye, hon.
Thank you. Okay, Glendora, take care. Have a good day.
Yes, thanks to you. Bye-bye.
Okay,
Bye.
Okay, Gregory, take care.
Yeah. Bye now. Bye.
Okay, bye now. Bye-bye.
Okay. There it goes.
Hey, Greg, would you go to that nice letter that Wayne Collins sent us from Pittsfield? It's in here somewhere. Remember you put it in here yesterday?
Yeah.
This is your drawer.
All right.
This is where we put things to read to you.
Yeah. You have his letter right here.
Oh, great. Wayne Collins. At 9 years old, he was a profound, enamored viewer of the SS Glendora children's show, and he knew every step of it. And he's remembered it all these. He's now 70 years old, and he's written several lovely letters. This is the most recent one.
All right. So yeah, here's Wayne's letter I got. Okay. It says, dated February 21st this year. Dear Glendora, last evening. Let's see now. Dear Glendora, last evening I finished viewing the DVDs of your documentary of the SS Glendora program. First of all, thank you for sending them to me. Also, thank you for allowing me to assist in the preparation of the documentary. There is no way you could have known back in 1955 or 56 that there was a young child watching who was absorbing the programs like a sponge. That he would retain those memories for decades and would later give them back to you.
6 decades.
In listening to your interviews, I was very impressed with how much you meant to the boys and girls, now adults, who watched your programs and the influence you had upon them.
And how much they meant to me, the boys and girls meant to me. How did he sign it, honey?
He says, when I said that you have been a friend to more people than you will probably ever realize, I was thinking of the many young viewers of your programs. Now I can write more. Now I can more fully appreciate the profound effect which you had upon them. You were and still are our friend. God bless you, Glendora. Sincerely, your longtime friend, Wayne Collins.
Lovely Wayne Collins.
So he signs it. So.
You are such a valuable person for me to know.
So yeah, that's.
And for you to know, too, polar bear. You see the polar bear's teeth? You see the teeth?
Yeah.
See his teeth?
Yeah.
He has more teeth than I do.
Oh yeah.
And for you, Wayne Collins is a devoted Christian Scientist. Mary Baker Eddy. Health and science was key to the scriptures. Somebody that I would love to have known, and somebody I admire respect so deeply. Mary Baker Eddy, the founder of the Christian Science movement, Boston, Massachusetts, Concord, New Hampshire. Gregory, would you go get that letter that we composed yesterday? I think it's on the desk.
The letter to who was that now?
That would be the letter where we're not going to send out money anymore.
Okay. All right. So.
To animal organizations, folks. I haven't made the decision. Let's just put it this way. There was an overpowering, supernatural impulse. And it was very clear. It said, from now on, you spend your time and your money teaching people a lesson. And this is what Gregory is going to read us when he finds it. I think it's right on the desk. You got it, dear?
Yeah, I have it, yeah.
All right, would you show him how it's a blank letter and show it to him, dear?
Yeah, this is a...
show it to him.
Yeah, I'll show you some. Yeah, this is Glendora's letter.
I'll show him all 3 pages.
The letter she wrote to send out. It's page... Page 1, there's page 2. Page 2, Glendora then. And then there's page 3 right here. 3 3-page, is it? All right. And you want me to read it all?
Please.
Read it all, so, okay. Dear to whom it may concern, Glendora has decided to use her money to help animals by broadcasting the following message. When you go to the supermarket, stay away from the bloody aisle of chopped up animals who were beaten, clubbed, kicked, agonized, and forced into cruel captivity, birth to death. When all they wanted was to be a pet like your dog or cat. Instead, turn to the frozen aisles and fill your cart with Morningstar Farms, Gardein, Amy's, Boca, corn, Inter Alia, veggie meats, veggie.
Inter alia means other things.
Veggie hamburger, hot dogs, turkey, chicken, beef, pork, sausage, fish, bologna, salami, and others. Glendora has decided to put all the donation money into this message and not into duplicate mailings and magazines. Since 1937, Glendora and her husband Franklin have distributed over $45,000 and gifts out. Thank you for helping us help animals.
How much was the gifts? Does it say how much the gifts is?
The gifts? No, it doesn't say. But
We
I
have
put
to
down.
revise that, honey, then.
I put down 45,000
$45,000 is for the donations received.
donations, right?
But the gifts are something like another 40,000. We have to revise that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And it says thank you for helping us help animals. Please cease the mailings. It says, and that's how it kind of winds up there.
Okay, we left
Yeah,
it
cease the
open, so we
mailings.
did
Yeah,
that.
we left it open. So
Yeah. Thank you, Greg.
yeah.
Put that over there, would you?
All right.
And let's see, put this one. So you have hot dogs, veggie hamburgers, veggie pork, chicken, turkey, wham, ham. You have salami, you have bologna. You have meatballs. The Gardeins, sweet and sour. Gardein is all vegetable, sweet and sour, folks. It is delectable. And it comes with its own sauce. And then they have a fishless fish fry or fish fillet. And .com thinks that's terrific. .com cat. She's vegan. Or veterinarian from. She's veterinarian anyway, vegan for the most part. And what else have we covered here? This darling animal. Should that animal be clubbed and kicked and sawed up and chopped up into pieces and eaten and chewed by you? I don't think so. What else do I have to show you? Look at that sweetie pie. All they want is to be a pet. They just want you to pet them. Keep them company. Walk with them the way your dog or your cat. Hold on, I have some others. And I think, by the way, when we send out that letter, on the back part of it, we ought to put a picture of one of these lovely animals. Oh, look at this sweet teenager. I don't think you could find anything more lovable. Isn't she, darling? Look at the fear in her eyes. What are you going to do to me? Are you going to kick me? Are you going to beat me? Are you going to club me? Are you going to cut me up into pieces? Look at the fear in that darling little creature's eyes. With God we go to spread the joy of life. Look at this sweetie pie. Just wants to be a friend. Gregory, where are you?
Right here on the camera.
Oh, you're at the camera? Would you read this article, the whole article from the American Vegan Magazine? Would you read it to our friends at home, dear?
Okay.
Yeah, that's right, we're done.
All right. Okay. All right, let's see here.
Did I finish the list? Hamburgers,
Here we go.
hot dogs, pork, chicken, turkey, salami, bologna, Gardein, Morningstar Farms, Boca, and Quorn. Isn't it another one, Quorn? Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that before.
Is it Quorn? Yeah.
Yeah, Quorne.
All right, hon, go ahead on this, please.
All right. This is the magazine of American Vegan Magazine, and let's see here. This is for summer 17. Was there a section you want me to read in particular?
Yep, find the article. It's in the centerfold.
Okay, all right. All right, here we go. Okay, yeah, I know, I see where we are now. All right. Let's see here now. Just check what I got. Yeah, Glendora grew up in New England.
Are you starting at the beginning? How about starting at the beginning?
Well, I left off with, you want to go back to the beginning? Or?
Oh, okay, you've read all that then?
Well, yeah, we did that
And you have a
before.
note?
Yeah, there was
I
like
beg your pardon, Gregory.
Yeah, there was a section I left off
Please
at
forgive
here.
me, I'm sorry.
It says, okay. All right, well, let me raise this up just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Glendora grew up in New England during the Depression. After college, she went to California and became a script girl in the emergent TV industry, and was privileged to meet Bob Hope, who would encourage her to get in front of an audience. In 1953, on live TV, she became a host of a children's show back east. Her enterprising TV career included educational programming and time at an advertising agency for clients such as New York, New England, Macintosh Apple Institute, New Jersey Peaches, and Worthington Foods. Glendora married reporter Franklin Buell in 1954. She maintains an archive museum of their respective works. Glendora is a graduate of www.aic.edu alumni. Stay connected, Lucent.
Excuse me, would you read that again? Read that site again?
Yeah, it's
www.
yeah, www.aic.edu/alumni
Yeah, read it just once more, please. www.
www.aic.edu
Education.
/alumni/stay space connected /Lucent online. You can go look it up on the AIC website.
Excuse me.
To find her show, search for a Chat with Glendora on YouTube, and you'll see a lot of that. I think that's the whole article. That's the end.
Oh,
of the
well,
article.
thank you for that. What's this, honey? I don't know what this is. That
This
goes
is-
over there.
Yeah, this is the
That's done.
Tom's of Maine there.
What's that?
The Tom's of Maine, the toothpaste.
Oh, yes, that's important to read that whole box, please. This is Tom's toothpaste. Here is a man who knows the Bible.
All right.
Tom's toothpaste. Tom of Maine.
Yeah, this is Yeah, Glendora uses Tom's of Maine toothpaste here, which is says it's a natural and fluoride free whitening toothpaste, and let's see, and it's got the brushing regularly with botanically bright helps whiten teeth, remove plaque, and freshen breath. It features an exclusive blend of botanicals, xylitol, a sugar-free sweetener derived from birch trees, known to be a plaque acid reducer. Let's see. Some of the ingredients: water, sorbitol, hydrated silica, glycerin, lauryl glucoside, natural flavor, and carrageenan.
Can you find the part that talks about stewardship?
Yeah, stewardship. Yeah. The here it is. Here, the let's see. We believe what's inside matters. Our stewardship model guides every decision we make, ensuring that our ingredients, processing, and packaging meet our rigorous standards for being natural, sustainable, and responsible. To learn more about our stewardship model and what natural means at Tom's of Maine, visit the website tomsofmaine.com.
TomsofMaine.com. Stewardship.
And that's it. It's a sounds very good. So
Did we cover it, honey?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, Tom's of Maine toothpaste.
What's this one?
Since
about?
1970. Yeah, that's Wayne's letter. Wayne
Oh,
Collins'
thank
letter.
you.
Here we got it. So yeah, I got to put that back together.
Now this is the Ten Commandments in children's language.
All right, so yeah, I'll read to you the list of the. This is the Ten Commandments written in the language so that the children can understand it.
I already told you that.
Yeah. Number one is love God more than you love anything else.
Love helping others more than you love anything else.
Don't make anything in your life more important than God.
Don't make anything in your life more important than helping others.
Always say God's name with love and respect. Honor the Lord by resting on the seventh day of the week. Number 5, love and respect your mom and dad. Number 6, and never hurt anyone. Number 7, always be faithful to your husband or wife. Number 8, don't take anything that isn't yours. Number 9, always tell the truth. And number 10, be happy with what you have. Don't wish for other people's things.
Oh, Gregory, they're beautiful. Thank
So,
you.
Yeah, that's it. So,
I would like to. Where does that go?
over here, so.
I would like to know, Greg, if you would pick a chapter and read us the first 5 pages. Would you please pick a chapter?
Uh-huh.
And then would you please read us the first 5 pages of that chapter?
Sure. All right, so.
Gee,
Okay.
thank you.
All right. Okay.
Aren't they sweet? Our ground is bare. We don't have any snow. Not normal. Not good for March the 1st.
Okay. All right, here's a,
3 more weeks of winter.
okay.
Temperatures way up into the 50s. Not right from February. Not normal. I'd rather have an old-fashioned winter. Snow and wind and ice and slippery.
All right. Yeah, here's one here.
Okay,
The,
we're ready.
Let's see here. This chapter, this is a chapter in Eat Vegan with Me. This is a book that was book from a friend of Glendora's that she mailed it to Glendora for a reference. And this is the reading from chapter 6.
Her name, by the way, is...
Oh, Mary Lawrence. Mary Lawrence is her name there. And there's the cover of the book right there. You see her picture on there. Eat vegan. Eat vegan with me. And here's
Eat vegan with me.
Chapter 6, self-care for the vegan activist. Throughout this book, at the end of each chapter, you've been given practice exercises which ask you to focus on setting goals, creating action steps to achieve them, visualizing outcomes, and stating positive affirmations that encompass what you want to see happen not only in your own life as a vegan activist, but in the world. Let's see here. Through these exercises, we develop an unwavering belief that when we focus our efforts, we can achieve tremendous results. Nothing is impossible. I always tell my students that the only difference between success and failure is not giving up. This resilience and determination is absolutely essential to vegan activism. I hope you have found these exercises beneficial to your interactions with non-vegans. Nonetheless, there are times when even our best efforts fall short of achieving our goals, and in those instances we must remind ourselves that self-compassion is of the highest priority. Stress reduction techniques such as meditation, yoga, qigong, and tai chi, breathing exercises, and other forms of relaxation train the mind to stay positive and focused. The reality is that it can be difficult to remain optimistic amidst daily challenges and setbacks. Let's see. We may become overwhelmed by the negativity around us and feel that our efforts are making little headway in ending it. We feel engulfed by a sea of apathy. We think the bad guys are winning. The curtain of sadness that falls down upon us may at times be too much to bear. When the temptation is to give up and retreat into our safe little cocoons, we know that remaining there would limit our effectiveness as vegan activists. Staying focused. Compassion is absolutely essential when it comes to vegan activism. Sure, most of us find it easy to express our love of animals, and we wish everyone felt the same as we do. But before we can recognize that capacity in others, we need to nurture our compassion for ourselves. Generosity, selflessness, and kindness are all positive qualities.
Oui.
But if we give so much,
Generosity.
if we give so much that our energy is depleted, we may not have reserves left to take care of ourselves, and our health can suffer as a result. That in turn can negatively impact our ability to help others. And
I think that was lovely what you read. Thank you.
that's
Is that your 5 pages?
that's like it's the first 5 paragraphs. Or no, there's more to go though. If you want me to keep going.
No, I said first 5 pages.
Oh, okay, all right. I have known many activists who devote their lives to protecting animals. They are the ones who go out every morning and evening to care for their feral cat colonies. In rain or snow, whether they're tired, hungry, or cold themselves, they sacrifice their own well-being in order to help those in need. They hold fundraisers and tag sales to raise money.
We do that for the animals,
to pay for cat food and medical
woods
bills.
animals and the birds. Twice a day we go out.
Yeah, and the bills. They foster animals. They foster animals no one else will take in. They walk dogs at the local pound. table at events, or volunteer at vegan festivals, carry signs at protests, and post petition after petition on the internet, hoping others will take care. Others will care at least a fraction as much as they do.
You know, we used to send out check after check after check, but we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to tell people the message. You pass up the meats, the poor animals bleeding over there, and then you go to the frozen food case and get your veggie meats. It's so easy to become vegan. No fuss has to be made. Just walk over to the frozen food aisle. Excuse me, Greg, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Before they know it, they are so caught up with the endless cycle of responding to emergencies that they are in perpetual crisis mode themselves. Who else will do it if not them? Just as one catastrophe is averted, another equally urgent situation appears, which consumes their attention.
Thank you,
And,
Mary Lawrence. Well, that's it, Greg. Thanks.
So yeah, that's about it.
Can you see the joke book over there? This joke book was sent to me by Paul Martin, who is
Oh, the
like
joke book.
Wayne Collins. Is it over there?
Yes, yeah.
And he was another 9-year-old who watched the SS Glendora in 1955, and it lives and quietly glows in his heart for 6 generations. Paul Martin. His daddy was a superintendent of schools in Scotia, New York, right across the bridge from General Electric, right across the Hudson River. Now, would you read me maybe 5 jokes from where we left off?
All right. So, okay, let's see here.
This book is compiled by Scott McNeely, and he thinks it's the ultimate joke book. I think it's the worst I've ever heard.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Well, let's go find some here now. We got. And let's see.
You're looking for a joke.
Sure.
Read it.
Yeah.
Read
okay.
it. The next joke.
Well, there's one here. It says here why these are jokes about blondes of all things. It says why is it good why is it good to have a blonde passenger? And as a question, and the answer says you get to park in the handicap zone. It says here
You get to park in a what?
the handicap zone. It says then it says what do you call it when a blonde dyes her hair brunette? And it says, answer, artificial intelligence, it says. Let's see. Here's one. Why don't blondes eat pickles? Because they can't fit their head in the jar, it says here. Okay. And let's see. What do you call an eternity? It says four blondes at a 4-way stop. It says here.
What do you call a what?
What do you call an eternity?
4 blondes at a 4-way stop.
And then let's see here. It says why should blondes never be given coffee breaks? It says it takes too long to retrain them. It says in here. So
To retrain them. Okay.
that's what it says.
May I have the book?
So okay, here you go.
Okay.
All right.
The one thing I want to point out is the binding is so superior.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
What is that, by the way?
Oh, the placeholder there?
Oh, it's a
Yeah, just a
placeholder.
placeholder.
The binding is so superior, folks. Look at it. It's worthy of Shakespeare. It's worthy of the Bible. But listen, I don't think that blindness is funny. I don't think people with 4 arms, or I mean no arms, is funny. I just don't think so. Don't think that Stevie Wonder's blindness is funny. I don't think Helen Keller's blindness is funny. I don't think chickens in a bag is funny. I don't think that hunting, there's nothing funny about hunting. So Mr. McNeely, I think your book is dehumanized. I don't want it to circulate. I'm not even going to send it back to Paul Martin. I'm just going to tear it up as is and put it right into the wastebasket. Greg, is there anything you want to say on this program?
Right now?
Before we leave, we're going to go do the meeting of the Glendora Vegetarian Club next. Is there anything you want to say on this program?
No, I don't have anything to say right now. It's the first day of March in 2018, and I think spring. Hopefully spring is going to be arriving pretty soon, and just wish everybody well and wish everybody good health. That's about it. So we hope to see you again sometime. So.
Thank you.
And yeah, that's about it. So.
Grace and peace unto you from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
All right, amen. So. All right.
No more laughing, no more fun. Quaker meeting has begun. This is the 70th meeting of the Glendora Vegetarian Club, founded 5 years ago. Tonight, last night of February, we celebrate the first meeting of year number 6. A program dedicated to the sanctity of animals, the sanctity of your body and eating correctly, and the sanctity of this great terrestrial ball, the earth. Hello, Gregory Washburn. How are you?
Hi, hello. Hi, Glendora. Very well.
Now, here's your Glendora Vegetarian Club file. And in a few minutes, Greg, we will ask you to read the stats, okay?
Uh-huh. All right.
And meanwhile, I will sing you our theme song. All creatures of our God and King, lift up your hearts and let us sing. Just be kind, stop the cruel. Thou cows and pigs, leave them alone. The horses, hens, and turkeys too. Save the fish, just be kind. One with God, hallelujah, hallelujah. And then another song that we like to sing and you like to know is, come ye thankful people, come. Raise a song of harvest home. All is safely gathered in, ere the winter storms begin. God our Maker doth provide, for our wants to be supplied. Just let me go over that again, because this is so true. If you live right, which is living to help others, and no ego and no selfishness, God our Maker doth provide, for our wants to be supplied. Come to God's own temple, come, raise a song of harvest home. And then we have another song that we like to sing. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God brother. Brothers all are we. Let me walk with my brother in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to live each day in harmony. And then what else? To live each day in harmony. And something. Eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Now, we have been giving donations, folks, very heavily. I would say $80,000 worth of donations received and gifts to animal organizations and other organizations. And have you ever heard of an overpowering supernatural impulse? Well, one has come to me, and it is this very, very clearly. You use all of your money to broadcast the following message. People, go to the supermarket. Do not go down the bloody aisle where animals' bodies have been chopped up and where they have been treated all their lives cruelly and denied everything that you and I have. Go away from that aisle and just go to the frozen foods aisle and open the cabinet, open the door, and load up your cart with vegetarian hamburger, hot dogs, chicken, turkey, bologna, salami, pork, beef. Load it all up with Morningstar Farms, Boca, Gardein, Amy's. It is so easy for you to go vegetarian or even vegan. It is so easy for you to go vegan just like that. And then when you lay down your money to the supermarket counter, check out, then you have a clear conscience. You want peace, you want harmony, you want success, you want attainment, you want goodness, you want love. You will never have these things, folks, until you go vegan. Your soul can't stand this terrible treatment of our little fellow creatures that we love so. These little creatures, all they want is to be a pet. They would be just like your dog or your cat. You wouldn't eat your dog or your cat. And that's all these little babies want. So we have to live right. We have to live vegan. No animal products. That includes fur and honey. Look at this nice fur. We don't have to go out and rob a poor ermine of its beautiful fur that God has given us. We can make our own fur. This is man-made fur. It's just as soft and nice and warm. Okay, what else is there to tell you? Greg, would it be okay with you now to read the stats of the Glendora Vegetarian Club for the last month, the month of February 2018, Anno Domini, year of our Lord?
Yes, yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah, the stats. All right. For February, let's see here now. We got January, February.
Read the date, read the amount, read the balance, read the hours, and read the day for each line.
Okay, all right. February, here we have February the 4th on Sunday. The, let's see, the 4th on Sunday here. It has,
Just read the dollar amount.
yeah, it says, yeah.
And then add it to the total.
It says the $24. $24. It says shopping cart. says shopping cart on it, was added to
Yeah,
the
but
total?
what's the total?
Yeah, it's $21,756.
Yeah, just read it straight across, Greg.
All right. $5 ASPC up to $21,761.
That's the total that we spent on animals.
That's the total. And $15 from the advertiser, and it's $21,776. And $50 to the North American Vegetarian Society. It's $21,826. And Tim Moen to pay for vegetarian food.
That's for the Morningstar, no, for Worthington Foods for .com Vegan Cat.
Yeah, $95. It's $21,921. Then there was $8 for gas here, up to $21,929. Then we had donated to the Ironwood Pig Sanctuary out west, and that was a $5 donation there. $21,934. Then Mercy for Animals, we sent them a check of $50, and that brings it up to $21,984. And Compassion Over Killing, we sent them a donation of $50, and that brought it over $22,034 for the total.
You're doing
And
great.
then Best Friends, we sent them $5, and that brought it over to $22,039. Then Friends of Animals, we sent them a $50 donation, and that brings it to $22,089. And then there's some groceries here. $52 for groceries, and that brings it to $22,141 for the month of February. And let's see, that's January. Okay, here we go. And then we bought birdseed here with $29 in birdseed. That brought it up to $22,170. And then there's the FARM, we donated to them.
That's Farm Animals Rights Movement.
And we sent them $50, and that brought the total to $22,220. Then Mercy for Animals, we sent them a donation of $50.
Another one, yeah?
Mercy for Animals, $22,270. And then there was we bought some bread here for the to be given away to the animals. They're $8 for bread. That brings it to $22,278. And let's see, then we have the World Wildlife Fund here. We sent them a $5 donation, and it's $22,288. That brings that to total too. And then there's another $8 here for bread, to $22,296. And then we paid Pat $5 there for for bringing the bread to us, and that brings it to $22,301 there. That's the end of February right there.
Thank you very much. What's the final bottom line?
Yeah, 22,301.
$22,301. How many hours?
Let's see, hours. Hours over here we have. Let's see, 938 hours.
938 hours spent on work in the Glendora Vegetarian Club, and how many pages of file?
752.
Thank you very much, Gregory Charles
Oh,
Washburn.
yeah. Oh, no problem. So.
Over there, that's done, right?
Okay. All right. All right. Here's.
This is a prayer written by Buddhists, a prayer that they say before they eat. And Gregory Charles Washburn, would you read that to us?
Okay. All right. Okay. The five contemplations. Number one, this food is a gift of the earth, the sky, numerous living beings,
Yes,
and much hard work.
yes,
And number two, may we live in a way that makes us worthy to receive it.
yes.
Number two.
Lovely Buddhists, lovely.
Number three, may we transform unwholesome thoughts to a state of mindfulness and compassion.
Mindfulness and compassion of how great this universe is.
Number four, may we eat in moderation and in such a way that reduces the suffering of living beings, stops contributing to climate change.
Reduces.
and-
Stop it. We're not going to reduce it. We're going to stop it.
And preserves our precious planet. So, preserving the planet. Number five, may all beings everywhere be happy, satisfied, and safe.
Yes. And selfless. No ego.
Contemplation.
Just altruism. Greg, you did a nice job.
So, yeah, that's
Thank you.
yeah, that's very good there. So, all right.
Would you just pick out one paragraph to read from the Powerful Vegan Thoughts by J. Dinshaw, the founder of the American Vegan Society? His widow and his daughter move on and keep the movement going. Freya Dinshaw and Anna.
All right, I'll read one here. So, okay.
While you do that, I'll try to summarize the rest.
Okay. All right. All right.
One little paragraph, honey.
Okay. All right.
And then when he comes out of that, folks, we're going to read one little paragraph from our manual, which is a vegan's vegan living, the manual to vegan living. You don't need it. All you need to do is go into the supermarket. Do not go to the chopped up meat aisle. Just go to the frozen foods aisle and load your cart with vegetarian hamburger, hot dogs, turkey, chicken, pork, fish, salami, bologna. You found your paragraph?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Many people, and the authors are definitely among them, believe that we generally plant what we will harvest, and that we can expect to reap what we have sown in life. In Eastern philosophies, this natural phenomenon is known by the term the law of karma. Karma literally means action, but in this sense, it means a natural law of action and reaction. That for every action there is a corresponding reaction. This does not necessarily mean a system of crime and punishment, such as the human mind might devise to mete out justice or vengeance. Karma is more of an automatic working of cosmic equity to afford each individual the opportunity to learn the lessons in life that one must learn for one's own progress and development, and perhaps to get closer to ultimate perfection.
What do you think of that?
That's it. So, well, it's pretty powerful there. So,
What do you think of it?
It's pretty good.
Over on the
All
table.
right, so, okay, all right. Okay, all right. So,
Anything else to say about it, Greg?
no, they're just speaking
Well,
about
I know it's true. I can tell you that I have personal knowledge that that is true. What Jay Dinshaw wrote and what Gregory just read, it is true, folks. You can take it from me if you want. It is true. After 89 years, I know it is true. Okay, Craig, I'm going to tell the folks what we had for vegan lunch at the Glendora Vegetarian Club. If you would just find one brief paragraph to pass on to our sweet people at home.
All right.
And I'll tell them what we had for lunch.
Okay, all right.
We had vegan cheese and vegetarian ham sandwiches. I have yet to find, folks, a vegan ham. The best ham I can find is called Wham, and it's made by Worthington Foods. It would be vegan if they would only get smart and stop using eggs. Eggs is a terrible thing to eat, and it's a terrible thing to do to take away a chicken's life. Leave them alone. They have their own life to live. So what do you use besides egg? Well, there's an egg replacer. That's commercial, and that's exactly what it's called. It's made of arrowroot, and it's made of tapioca root, and it binds it together. That's the reason people use eggs, is to bind the ingredients together. It's called egg replacer. You can use bananas. You can use cornstarch. There's a number of ingredients you can use to hold your batter together. You do not need eggs. So Worthington Foods, as much as I dearly love and respect the founder of Worthington Foods and his wife, now it is time to get rid of eggs, okay? And make Wham vegan. So that's a ham that we used, and the vegan cheese. That's very easy. You can get that at Honest Weight. It's called Dahlia, D-A-I-Y-A, and you get a block of Monterey cheese, and you just slice it, let it warm to room temperature, and just slice it and put it in your sandwich. And now you have vegan cheese and vegetarian ham sandwiches. The next meeting of the Glendora Vegetarian Club will be March the 28th. It is always on the last Wednesday of the month, folks. Always on the last Wednesday of the month, and it's at 6 p.m. And you can call me and I'll tell you where it is. Usually it's in Happy House 3. This is Happy House 3, where I want you to come and be as happy as we all are here. That's everything except jokes. I didn't tell you a joke. A woman was asked, is your husband active in church? And she says, yes, he wiggles, squirms, and fidgets.
Okay. Then I'll just read a paragraph out of the book here then.
Thanks, Bill.
Doctor reversing a heart disease with Dr. Ornish. Dr. Dean Ornish is the president and director of the Preventive Medical Research Institute in Sausalito, California. Throughout his many years of dedication, he has proven with research and through work with his many patients that coronary artery disease is reversible with a cholesterol-free diet, stress management, meditation, and yoga. As outlined in his best-selling book, Dr. Dean Ornish's program for reversing heart disease, His reversal and prevention diets encourage people to adopt a more vegetarian and vegan way of eating to help dramatically reduce fat and cholesterol levels. Dr. Wernish and his program have had tremendous success in changing people's lives and health for the better.
Thank you. That was a
And
great
so,
selection. You added to our knowledge.
Yeah.
And I would amend that with Dr. Colin Campbell. Go to the internet, plant-based diet, Dr. Colin Campbell, Cornell University. Okay, folks? All righty.
Okay. All right.
Let's see. Let me leave you with this. That after everything is done, after everything is said and done, the only thing that really mattered is how you treated others. And don't think that applies to people only. No. That applies to our little animal friends. Amen.
So-
I used to be his producer. I used to run the all the equipment for him.
And what was the show? What was the show about, Daryl?
About the shows in the 30s and 40s, like Superman, and
Well, what did you tell people?
they used to put the shows on. We had the old radio shows on record, and we used to play them. And in the meantime, we would do interviews too of prominent people in the community.
I love it.
You know? So now today, are we going to talk about your past in
Sure.
broadcasting?
Sure, whatever you want,
Or do
honey.
you want to talk about being a vegetarian?
No, anything. Anything's up. Anything you want.
All right. Okay. So when you first started, how many years ago, what was the first thing you did on for broadcasting? Was it TV or radio?
Well, okay, I never went into radio.
Okay.
I started out with television,
Yeah.
and that was in 1952.
Wow, the year I was born. And the year that PBS started in Albany.
No, really?
Yes, it was. Yeah. Yeah. PBS started, WMHT started in 1951, and they really didn't get on air until 52.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I have great memories of WMHT television because WRGB gave them a desk in our talent office. They had their own desk. WMHT had their own desk.
Yeah.
They never used it. And who was the man in charge of it in those days? I'm talking about 1955.
I can't even imagine. so we'll talk about your television career, but I also want to talk about how you got into being a vegetarian.
Oh, sure.
You know, and a little bit about that because I find that amazing.
Oh, sure. I left you a couple labels here in your back suit. Don't we have nice weather, Bob?
Oh, this is really nice. Now, have you ever been to the studio before, Greg?
Oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for thinking of it.
Well, we'll see. We'll make it fun, and it'll be an entertaining show.
Yes, it will.
You know, usually I give out facts and figures, and we've done shows on taxes. And
Is your husband active in church? Yes, he wiggles, fidgets, and squirms. How far back, honey? Old time shows. He used to do an old time radio show, Gregory.
No, I used to produce a
He
show
produced
called
it, yeah.
Old Time Radio with Jack Keenan. Now, Jack Keenan used to do the old time radio shows, and I used to be his producer. I used to run all the equipment for him.
And what was the show? What was the show about, Daryl?
About the shows in the 30s and 40s, like Superman and.
Well, what did you tell people about Superman?
Well, you actually used to put the shows on. We had the old radio shows on record, and we used to play them. And in the meantime, we would do interviews too of prominent people in the community.
I love it.
You know? So now today, are we going to talk about your past in
Sure.
broadcasting?
Sure, whatever you want,
Or do
honey.
you want to talk about being a vegetarian?
No, anything. Anything you want.
All right. Okay. So when you first started, how many years ago, what was the first thing you did for broadcasting? Was it TV or radio?
Well, okay, I never went into radio.
Okay.
I started out with television,
Yeah.
and that was in 1952.
Wow, the year I was born. And the year that PBS started in Albany.
No, really?
Yes, it was. Yeah. Yeah. PBS started, WMHT started in 1951, and they really didn't get on air until 52.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I have great memories of WMHT television because WRGB gave them a desk in our talent office. They had their own desk. WMHT had their own desk.
Yeah.
They never used it. And who was the man in charge of it in those days? I'm talking about 1955.
I can't even imagine. All right, so we'll talk about your television career, but I also want to talk about how you got into being a vegetarian.
Oh, sure.
You know, and a little bit about that because I find that amazing.
Oh, sure. I left you a couple labels here in your back suit. Don't we have nice weather, Bob?
Oh, this is really nice. Now, have you ever been to the studio before, Greg?
Oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for thinking of it.
Well, we'll see. We'll make it fun, and it'll be an entertaining show.
Yes, it will.
You know, usually I give out facts and figures, and done shows on taxes and
Is your husband active in church? Yes, he wiggles, fidgets, and squirms.
yeah, we'll make it fun. It's all about entertainment, right?
Indeed it is.
Yes. We'll make it entertaining.
Well, how did you get started in entertainment?
I work for the phone company, and I used to do the circuits for all the TV and radio stations in the Northeast.
You did?
I designed them all back in the 80s and 90s.
Oh, what fun!
That was my job, was to make sure you got on the air.
In what area?
Albany. At one time, the broadcast for WMHT came out of the top of the Alfred E. Smith building. That's where the main hub was for PBS.
Did it ever come out of WRGB?
I want to say yes, but very limited.
And did they ever use WGY?
I don't think they ever did. I don't think PBS ever had anything to do with WGY.
Well, we did. We funded them.
Yeah, you funded them.
Well, I mean, we gave them space.
Well, not only that, but because it was, well, that's smoky. Huh?
WRGB was very good to WMHT.
Well, they were good to everybody. Now,
Who, WRGB?
WGY and WRGB. Do you remember Jeff Gluck?
No.
Now, Jeff Gluck used to be the news guy for WRGB for years and years.
Oh, that would be what year, dear?
Probably in the 70s, 60s and 70s. Well, he ended up being a good friend. Ended up in PR for the phone company.
Did you know Jack Finch?
No.
Did you know Lenny Sarnacki?
No.
Did you know Grant Van Patten?
I knew more of the engineering folks and not the on-air and
Well, these
owners.
people were producers,
Yeah, no, I didn't know any of them.
directors.
I did all the behind-the-scenes engineering. I used to do radio tie lines when they were doing remotes. Now remotes are so simple, but back in the day, when you did a remote radio show,
Yeah?
it was a big production. I mean, it cost...
Tell me about it. I want to hear about it.
Oh,
How
it was-
big a truck did you have?
Well, and it wasn't the truck, it was the telephone lines that you had to engineer.
Telephone lines.
Yeah, to get the circuit up and running.
And you knew all about that, didn't
You
you?
know, I did all the engineering for it.
And you could do all those circuits.
Yeah. I used to love it when they tell me it couldn't be done. Then I had to work even harder. What is it about people when they're told something can't be done, they go a little bit harder? A little bit more.
It's a pretty day, isn't it, Bob Yeager?
Yes, it is.
What is Yeager? Squatch?
It's
Yeah, I think-
German, and it's Jaeger is hunter. We're a hunter family.
And we're going to Route 4, is that right, honey?
That's correct, yeah.
Well, Gregory is very interested in old-time radio.
Are you? Yeah.
Yeah, I used to listen to I like to, sometimes they play the old radio shows at night. I listen to them. Keeping up that coming up from Denver, Gibson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, our signal goes to Gibson.
But on my radio at night, I can tune around and I can hear like an old time radio show or something.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, we used to produce all those shows.
haven't made any video yet, Gregory.
Oh, no, not
I think you should get a picture of the road a little.
yet. Do you want me to, or?
Well, you're the documentarian.
Yeah.
You're doing a story on Glendora?
Yeah, do you have the camera there? Or the camera there?
So let the sun shine in, face it with a grin.
Oh, good, dude.
Frowners always
You have
lose.
the camera
What do you
there?
want, hon?
The camera? You have the camera?
I don't have your camera.
The JVC you had it, or you hold it, you got the camera there. So.
Frowners always lose. Smilers always win, so let the sun shine in. Face it with a grin. Alright, now Bob, where did you meet Pat?
At the Swiss Inn on Route 20. Out by Gilderland. There's a bar, dance. It was back in 1969.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we went out for 2 years and we got married in 71.
Uh-huh.
So our couple of years we'll have our 50th anniversary.
And were you working for the telephone company then?
No, I was actually working. I was still in high school when I met her. I was finishing up high school. I was working at Beach Nut, of all places,
Yeah.
and going to school during the day and working at night at Beach Nut.
Oh my. And did you meet Maureen then at that time?
No, it was about 6 months to a year before I met Maureen.
Fitzgibbons.
Yeah.
And what is in this building where we're going, Bob?
It's just the TV and radio studios.
Of what? WMHT?
WMHT, yes.
And do they have their whole building, honey?
Yeah, they have the whole building.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Where were they before this?
They were over in Schenectady in the old grenade factory. And it made it hard. They moved into this old building that was a grenade factory from World War II.
No, really?
Yeah, it was given to them. But the problem they had were the walls were so thick. And the reason why the walls were thick and the roof was thin, in case they had an explosion, it would blow up and not to the sides.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
They wanted all the power to go up.
Oh,
So
for heaven's sake,
the
yeah.
walls were like 18 inches thick. So it made it hard to do any wiring or anything.
Yeah, I would think so. They would make good cell blocks.
Yeah.
And who made these grenades? General Electric?
Back in the world, I have no idea. It was a strange place to put a grenade factory, though, huh? Right in the middle of, it was actually in Rotterdam, where the old studio was.
Oh, this is fun. Thank you for thinking of it.
That's all right. I do a show every week. In 2 weeks, we got the FBI coming on, telling about the different scams that are going on in the community. I had the bishop come on over the holiday,
Uh-huh.
and he was fun. He was a lot of fun.
Oh, good. Are we doing just one show, or are we going to do a series?
Just one show.
That's a joke, son.
Yep.
I was invited to be over on television in Pittsfield, Gregory and I, January 5th.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That was fun. How many people are there employed by WMHT?
Right now, I don't know. I would imagine it's probably 20, 25.
Uh-huh. It's quite a popular station, isn't it?
Yes, well, they're expanding. They've got a number of different radio signals now, and some of them are down in Poughkeepsie.
That's where oh, really? That's where
Yeah.
Gregory is from, Poughkeepsie.
What they do is they simulcast from Albany, and whatever they're sending out up here is sent out in Poughkeepsie too.
Oh,
And the radio show that you're going to be on is called Rise. That signal also goes to Poughkeepsie.
really?
Yeah, but you have to be either sight or motion impaired to get the special devices that we have. We have 3,000 devices out there for people who are blind or
Woo!
motion impaired. And
Woo!
that's the audience that we focus on.
I see. Uh-huh. Do you get any fan mail, hon?
I don't think I ever did. Joyce, the manager, handles all that. She handles all the correspondence and any issues that come up. And
Did anybody talk to you about it, honey? That they listen to it?
my wife,
Yeah.
Patty, she listens all the time. And
What about Maureen? Doesn't she listen?
no, she doesn't have a receiver because she's not sight or motion impaired.
Oh.
See, this is usually just sight and motion impaired folks. And with you, with your history, a lot of our people are elderly.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that it would strike a nerve once they hear your name. And the idea
Oh, it
that
does.
you're-
It does, honey. Yes, it does.
the idea that you're a vegetarian, I think is unique. I've never really talked to anybody that's as devoted as you are.
Good.
You know?
How long are we going to be on, dear?
Half hour.
And is it live?
No. So if you say something that you don't think is quite right, you let me know, we stop and we go over it, okay?
Oh.
So it's all pre-recorded.
Oh, well,
Oh, yeah.
I started out in television when everything was live, Bob. You got it
Yeah.
right the first time or you didn't?
Yeah.
You had one chance to get it right. Now, what road are we on, dear?
This is Route 4.
This is Route 4.
Yes, it is.
The
yeah.
Troy Road,
Yeah.
going to Troy.
Yeah.
And are we up as far as Hudson Valley Community College?
No, we don't go that far.
How you doing, Greg?
I'm okay. So I'm all right. Have you been ill or?
Well, we just kind of getting over the flu like weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you want Greg to be on with us, son?
He can be if he wants to be.
Okay. Do you want to be, Greg?
You're more than welcome.
We can
Yeah,
cough.
really.
Yeah, we can cough in a duet.
Yeah, I really don't have anything. I don't have anything to say really that I know of. But yeah, and I kind of once in a while in my throat I just start coughing.
Yeah.
Well, Bob, were you born in this area?
I was actually born in Little Falls, New York.
Little Falls.
Yeah.
That's way up by
Mohawk
Herkimer.
Valley, yeah. Now, my father was born in Boonville. That's where our homestead is. Boonville, New York.
Yeah. To God be the glory, great things He hath done. It's the last month of winter, Robert.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, I know so.
Oh, good.
Guaranteed. March the 15th. March the 21st. And how did you happen to start your show?
Well, I did the engineering and the producing for Jack Keenan for years,
Uh-huh.
and I was in public relations for the phone company. So they asked me to talk about community relations.
Did they?
Yeah, so that's how I got started.
And how long ago was that, Bob?
I've been doing this, I don't know, 15 years.
Really?
Yeah, off and on. Whenever they needed somebody, and I actually used to do the auction. Remember when they used to do the auction?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I was part of that.
Yeah.
I've been involved with WMHT since the middle '80s, so it's been a long
What's the name of the show?
community connection.
Yeah, good.
So we're going to talk about the connection with old time and the new technology of today, and
Yes.
your part's going to be how it started and what happened, and like you mentioned earlier that everything was live, there was no pre-recording, and maybe some funny things that happened. A brand new smoke detector in your house.
No.
Yep. And they won't charge you for it.
Really?
Yeah.
How
I
nice.
never knew that. They have a program to. I'm saying why doesn't everybody know that? You know.
Are you still on Route 4, Bob?
Not any longer. No.
What are we on?
We're on Global View, which is the studio road.
What building is that, dear?
That's the phone. That's the WMHT building.
All of that?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. So, Greg, you didn't bring the cannon?
No, I didn't bring the cannons.
Okay, you can have mine, but don't ruin this one.
All right, so okay. I just want to get the battery to stay good.
What a great cameraman you are to get your camera. That's something I would do.
So, okay.
My, that's a lovely building. Did you get a picture of it, Greg?
Yeah. All right, so okay. Let's get through these. All right. I can't see anything on here. What is that? Huh. What is with this? What is this doing? Okay. I'm not sure what it's doing here. It's not focusing. What is that? Alright. Okay. Alright.
All level, honey?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Well, here we are, so.
Plainley, Mr. Yeager.
I can't see a thing.
You getting pictures?
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, so. What's going on with this here? What's going on with this? Oh, hi.
Hi there.
So,
What a building.
Yep.
Wow. Gee.
okay, you're right around here, so.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
Yep, we're back here.
Wow.
All right, so. Okay. All right. Here we are.
Oh boy, a real studio.
All right, so here we go. Go ahead, son. Oh,
Go ahead.
It's a head big door, son. That's a
Wow.
big door, but
And see a microphone.
okay.
Right here, Bob?
This is it.
Look at those
Okay,
great big
could you close that door
microphones.
for me? Sure.
Bob, look at those great big microphones.
Okay. There.
Free Kleenex.
So, there we are. It's Glendora WMHT studios there for a radio show.
May I have that bag, hon?
All right. So,
Thank you.
okay.
Look at the audio board, Greg.
Yeah,
Did you get a picture of it?
yeah, it's something. It's pretty good.
So
Yeah,
compact.
Everything's all electronics.
They used to go clear across the desk, Bob.
Yeah.
That's very good.
What's the monitor say?
It's just doing what I ask it to do. Let's see.
Go around and get a picture of the monitor.
All right, so, okay.
Greg is a cameraman.
Okay. All right, well, here we are. So,
Now, what years did you start?
Which one, honey?
When you first started, what was the first?
Are we
first-
talking about TV?
Yeah.
Oh, 1952.
Okay.
all right.
Okay, Glendora, pull the microphone down to you.
This one?
Yeah. Pull it, don't be afraid of it. Pull it right down to you. I want it to be only about 3 inches from your mouth, or pull your chair in.
Okay, honey.
Pull your chair in.
Oh, pull my chair in.
Yeah, pull your chair in.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3 inches.
Okay, there you
Now,
go.
do you
1
want
inch,
to
2 inch, 3 inch.
you want to use headsets or not?
No.
Okay, good. All right. Okay, now I want you to come up to the mic and just, Greg, just lower that a little bit for her. So,
Lower.
yeah, here you go. And I'll tip it up to her. Okay.
All right, so.
All right, now, Glendora, that's
Yes,
good.
dear.
That'll be fine. Give me a countdown from 10.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
You're pretty even. You know that?
Good.
Yeah, you're pretty even. You've done this before.
Maybe.
All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we'll do the show introduction, and then we're just going to have a conversation.
Good.
All right?
I'm all for it.
So,
And thank you for doing it.
oh, okay. Okay, so here we go. The mics are going to be live. Okay, all set? Now you got to be careful of hitting the table. You can touch the table there, but be careful about hitting it because that comes out over the mic. They forgot to insulate the microphone stands.
Doesn't sound like a drum roll?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Here we go. Ready? You are listening to the Radio Information Service for the Print Disabled. Coming to you from the Estimated Technology Park in Troy, Maine. This is Bob Yeager. Welcome to Community Connection, an informational show that connects you to services in our communities. Hello everyone. Today is going to be more of an entertainment day than services to the community. We're going to be talking to somebody who knows everything about entertainment you could ever imagine. The most entertaining person I ever met in my life, Glendora. How are you, Glendora?
100%. How are you?
100%. That's I haven't been 100% myself in a long time.
Start tomorrow.
Now, we want to talk a little bit about early broadcasting in the Albany area. And you've been around since what year have you started broadcasting?
55 on WRGB, 1955.
Wow. What was your role in 1955 on WGY?
Nothing to do with WGY.
No?
Nothing ever. Started out with WRGB, which, Bob, was on right on the Mohawk River at the Scotia Bridge. You remember that? General Electric and the Scotia Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And
So-
we were in an old bowling alley.
Huh.
WRGB started out in an old bowling alley right on the Mohawk River.
So you were primarily just in TV.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
exclusively, yeah.
Now, what did you do in 1955? There weren't a lot of watchers then because a lot of people didn't have TV, including our family. We didn't get a TV until almost 1960. But what were some of the things that were aired around 1955?
In 1955, we had Bronco Bill, we had Earl Pudney, and the After 6-7. We had Howard Tupper, Hiya Small Fry, you remember, with the weather?
Small Fry, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
And we had Sonny and Ernie, Sonny Jennings and Ernie Tatro at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Now, Ernie Tatro, I remember that name from years ago.
And you don't remember Kathy from Boston doing cooking show at 1 o'clock?
No, that was...
You know, this is
yeah.
all fantastic because this is early television before there was a lot of networks and before there was a lot of syndication. And WRGB had to produce its own programming, and we were live back to back, 6 or 7 shows at a time.
And the sad part is, it was all live.
Yeah.
And none of it was recorded and kept.
Oh, no, we had no tape. Tape didn't come in until like 62.
So all those shows are pretty much lost. Now, Sam Stratton, he did a show called Sagebrush Sam.
No.
Back, you know what? That was on WGY. It wasn't on WRGB, the TV. So he was on radio, but like you said, you were primarily on TV.
You remember Martha Brooks on radio?
No.
WGY? You remember Enoch Squires?
No, that's all before my time.
Oh, you're so young.
So what are some of the things that happened on live TV? Live was the only thing that happened between 55 and about 65.
Oh,
you
yes.
said tape came out in about 65, huh?
Well, it was live, and
Yeah.
one sponsor was Junior Boudery, and he was on Main Street there in Schenectady,
Mm-hmm.
and he was giving away free lollipops, and he says, all the time that Glendora's doing my commercial, I want her eating one of my lollipops. Now, in those days, we had a lavalier microphone. RCA finally came out with a lavalier that was only 3 or 4 inches. And so I held the lavalier in my left hand, and I had the lollipop in my right hand, and I was looking at a youth who was about to crash the TV set, gave him the evil eye, and then when I went back to the camera. Instead of putting the lollipop in my mouth, I put the microphone in my mouth.
Did you laugh?
No, and this was up against a gold bridge, so you can imagine the clatter that caused. And I would say 67,000 homes. That's what about how many we got.
The unique thing about that is probably more people remembered that than any other commercial, right? Did you see that lady put the microphone in her mouth instead of the lollipop? I mean, that had to be valuable to the person that was paying your salary. Were there any repercussions about doing that? Did they think it was funny? Did they think that was a good idea?
Oh, I don't know. We didn't stop. We had to keep going.
Yeah, okay.
We had to keep going. We had exactly 1 minute to stop the SS Glendora and start up Bronco Bill. We were in the same studio back to back.
Now, what's the SS Glendora?
The SS Glendora was the first show that I did for WRGB.
And what was that about? Oh, a ship, okay.
Yeah, and I was the skipper.
All right.
And the SS, I stood for steamship, and the kid says it stands for stupid show.
But it was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. What are some of the things on the SS Glendora that you could see as a watcher?
Let's see. All hands on board. Man your stations. Do your duties.
Did you ever make anybody walk the plank?
Make anybody what?
Walk the plank.
Yeah, because they didn't buy our commercials. They didn't buy our products.
You make them walk the plank, huh?
Yeah.
That would have been something different.
And Jimmy Talbot was only 9 years old, and he was in the 4th grade. And I asked him if he wanted to be a volunteer on the show. I always treated him like an adult, and he consequently responded as an adult. However, he was carrying a jar of Cocoa Marsh, and he dropped it on the studio floor.
Now, is that the Talbots of the clothing?
No, I don't think so, dear.
No? Okay.
His daddy was a test pilot for General Electric.
Wow.
But he dropped a jar of Cocoa Marsh. That's chocolate syrup.
Okay.
No, it was Cocoa Marsh or Bosco, I guess.
All right. So you probably had a lot of experiences where things didn't go quite right when you were taping, or not taping the show, doing the show live.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that happened to you while doing the show? Do you remember any of them? What's the funniest thing that ever happened?